was getting all warmed up for that. So we gave you Bradford's for PSA. It's number 1, Ines Goryanova. Number 5, Jada Mills. Number 11, Genevieve Wiedemeyer. Number 3, Janaea Grant. And number 12, Molly Moffitt. Moffitt was not here the last time out for the Mustangs. She was on a college visit. So the Mustangs weren't at full strength in that 40-plus win, but here is Molly. That one doesn't go. Talking with PSA coach Devin Hill before the game. Devin, his 3rd season on the sideline, 2nd full one. And he's assisted by Tanasia Smith, talking to him before the game. Good hands and defense here from the Mustangs. That pass sails out of bounds. He said that Bradford's pretty good. They got a handful of Division I caliber players. So this should be a good test for the Mustangs, who've got a number of D1 talent, some D1 talent of their own, and plenty of it. Here comes Goryanova ahead to Wiedemeyer. Takes the contact, no call. Jada Mills keeps it alive. It'll stay down at the far end. Putnam Science Academy to inbound. Bradford Christian Academy, coached by Joe Marshall. They are out of Massachusetts. Haverhill, I believe. If that's how you pronounce it. There's Molly Moffitt for 3, no. Haverhill or Haverhill, I can never remember. But it's Massachusetts either way. They're letting them play. That could have been a foul on Moffitt. That's a 3. For Bradford. Moffitt left wide alone at the top of the key. That one was down and out. Goryanova pushes. Threw it too far ahead. Grant kind of stopped out in the corner. Goryanova was looking for her to keep going to the basket. That 3 off the mark for Bradford. Here comes Grant to Wiedemeyer. Little head fake out her defender in the air. This is Mills now from the opposite side. Jada Mills can't get it to go. Gets her own miss. That's no good. Kept alive, and Bradford comes away with it. Goryanova's 3 is no good. And I think they're going to get Molly Moffitt for kicking that one. That 3 is good. There's an end. That one's on the floor. So no basket, but a foul on Bradford. And the Mustangs will inbounds. There's Grant. That one rolled out. And they're going to get Wiedemeyer for that one. They let a lot of stuff go in the first couple minutes. So a couple substitutions. Number 10, Anaya Perry, in for Moffitt. And number 0, Fatim Sar-Nadal, is in for Jada Mills. This is Sar-Nadal. She was also out of the first game, as she was back home in Spain getting some medical treatment. And I was under the impression she wasn't going to be back until the second half of the season, until January. She was going to be home until after the break, as Goryanova drives in with the left and gets the Mustangs on the board. But Fatim is back, and we are real happy to see her. She's one of the Mustangs' best defensive players, as she just stands in and swats that shot away. Grant for 3, no. And there's Sar-Nadal off the turnover. So Wiedemeyer is the team's best on-ball defender. Probably their best overall defender, but Fatim is in that conversation as well. She's still raw offensively, but she's long and active on the defensive end. So Bradford's going to inbound. That's going to be a jump ball. Good hustle by the Mustangs and by Bradford. There's their team mascot here. I know I've got it written down. They're the Sentinels. So good work for everybody getting on the floor, getting after that. Sar-Nadal wasn't ready for it. Bradford ends up with a 3. Another jump ball that's going to stay here. So Goryanova is just 16, but she has been the Mustangs' best player in the early part of the season. Practice, preseason, and in their first game. She had a lot of her talents on display in that first game. Led the team with 17 points, 7 steals, and 4 assists. So this is Grant at the free throw line. Left that one short. Wiedemeyer's out. Paris Kirk is in. Paris Kirk had a big day earlier this week. Thursday, as Grant makes 1, as Paris signed her national letter of intent to attend Robert Morris University next year. So congrats to Paris. This is Anaya Perry. A little bit out of control. Kirk, offensive rebound, second chance now for Kirk, throws it out to Goryanova, and Goryanova gets the 3. And then Bradford throws it away. 8-8. Mustangs have scored 8 straight. Mustangs could have a little high-low game working there. There's some gaps in that zone defense of Bradford. Mills back in for Sar-Nadal. Here's Grant. Strong move, Janiyah Grant. That's an and one for Janiyah, excuse me. Nice take from the top for Janiyah. And she's given the Mustangs their first lead of the ball game. Now let's see if she can convert the three-point play here. And she sure can. 11-8. Mustangs with the lead for the first time. Thought that ball got tipped. That's what the Bradford coach is saying over there on the other sideline. Referee didn't see it that way. Goryanova around the Kirk screen. She got fouled and will be at the free throw line. We want to thank everybody who's joining us this afternoon here on the broadcast. And Ness makes two. And that's Grant off the turnover. And Bradford is going to call a timeout. The Mustangs respond to that little punch in the mouth. They were down 8-0, and they have since run off 15 straight points and lead 15-8. Goryanova and Grant leading the way. They've got 13 of the 15. 6 for Grant, 7 for Goryanova. If the team's got the other two. So good work from PSA withstanding that early hit. Said, thank you all so much for joining us on this broadcast. Just taking a little look at the map where folks are tuned in from. Besides in this country, we've got folks over in Europe tuned in Great Britain, France, and Spain. That one's picked off by Perry. Nice catch by Goryanova, but she can't convert. That's going to be a long two. And that stops the bleeding momentarily for Bradford. Jada Mills drives the baseline. Mustangs with the full court pressure. Blocked by Paris Kirk, but they're going to get her for the foul. What am I doing here? Hit the wrong button on one side. On the wrong side. Wrong button on the wrong side. So now we're squared up on the scoreboard. 17 and now 11 after that one. It's Goryanova, Perry. Wiedemeyer here with the ball. Runs into her own player. Mills and Sarnadell are on the floor for the Mustangs. Nice job by Goryanova. That's not a good call. I don't think that was the right call. Goryanova came racing back from behind. I thought got a clean hand on the ball. Perry lost the handle on that one. Bradford turned it into 3. Yes, they do. Goryanova saw a little bit of daylight. Boy, she is really, really good going to the rim. And she can shoot it too, but when she gets downhill, she's good. There's a turnover. Mills strong inside. It won't fall, however. And an offensive foul. Wiedemeyer moves her feet. And the charging violation is called. Moffitt in for Perry. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. There goes Goryanova again. And Ines. Moffitt came for a screen. The defender tried to jump it. And when she did, Goryanova went the other way. Mills looks ahead to Goryanova. Here she is for 3. And Goryanova just get her the ball. She is having herself quite the first quarter. Moffitt, strong rebound. Give it to her again. Not this time, but that's Wiedemeyer. Goryanova was back open in the corner. Good hands by the Mustangs. Good hustle by Goryanova. It'll stay with Bradford. 33 seconds in the quarter. 21 on the shot clock. Calls out the play. 1. Screen and pick and pop for Moffitt. And Molly Moffitt, her first bucket with the Mustangs. That's a 3. Wiedemeyer intercepts. And Sar Nadal got fouled as she went to the rim. Well, remember, the Mustangs were down 8-0. They've run off 30 of the next 36 points here and lead 30-14. Goryanova's got 14 in the quarter. Sar Nadal bringing some rain with those. That high arcing shot. Moffitt intercepts 4, 3, 2. The Mustangs aren't going to get one off. But a fantastic first quarter. After falling behind 8-0 in the first couple of minutes, the Mustangs now lead 31-14 after the first quarter. Mustangs forced a lot of turnovers, got into transition, got a lot of buckets on the run, and knocked down some jumpers along the way. Again, Ines Goryanova, who had 17 in the Mustang season opener, has 2, 4, 6, 8, and 6 is 14. 14 already in the first quarter for Ines. Janae Grant's got 6. Sar Nadal with 3. Wiedemeyer and Moffitt with 3 apiece, and Jada Mills with 2. See if that all adds up. adds up to 31. Same 5 on the floor here. Goryanova number 1, 11 is Wiedemeyer from Hamburg, Germany. That's Grant from Portland, Connecticut. Sarnadal works her way around and gets that layup to go. Sarnadal from Spain, that's going to be a foul on Fatim. And Moffitt, number 12, she's from Seattle. She's going to feel right at home in a few hours because it is supposed to pour here. It's about 3:30 now. I think around 5:30 we're going to get some rain. Hopefully that doesn't come until after I walk to my car. Although I was a little bit prepared and did bring an umbrella, which will probably mean it won't rain. But anyway, here's Moffitt, high post, to the corner, out to Nadal, Sarnadal, and she got fouled. Moffitt behind the back, left hand, they're going to whistle for a travel. Molly Moffitt, I don't know why I don't just call her Moffitt, right? Usually refer to people by the last name on here, but Molly Moffitt just kind of rolls off the tongue. But she is a really, really talented player and can do a lot of things, incredibly versatile. Gives Devin Hill an element that he can certainly utilize. There's Wiedemeyer to the rim. She got fouled. But Moffitt can rebound and push, and then she can either take it to the rim, she can pull up for 3, she can drive and kick, she can defend all over the floor. She is very talented and very skilled. Mills in for Goryanova. And I think that's Anaya Perry who has checked in for Moffitt. Two of 2 for Genevieve. Ooh. I was going to say I thought Anaya might have gotten away with a foul there, but she did not. That's going to be an and 1. A little bit of a delayed whistle, but it's there anyway. So this is Colleen Fury. Converts to 3-point play. Wiedemeyer, that was a wild shot. Mills stepped in to intercept that one, and then she got fouled. Bradford having some trouble just making the simple pass and catch. And the Mustangs making them pay, converting these turnovers into points. Deep 3. Goryanova, no. Perry throws ahead to Grant. And Grant she's got 8. And she slaps that one away. Sarnadell lays it in. So Fatim and Janea double team force a turnover. Now Bradford comes back and answers. Goryanova wanted to go around the screen. Good hands by Perry. She wanted to go around the screen, but just didn't really like what she saw, so she just stopped the dribble, put it up. Here she gets around again. That's a foul, no call. Mills had the step, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Jada Mills. Moffitt and Kirk back in. Here comes Molly. Rebound and push just a little bit too far out of the reach of Jada Mills. Good box out by Paris Kirk. She's just steady, and as Devin Hill has referred to her numerous times, just very professional-like. Just does what she's supposed to do. Traveled there, but no call. Missed the layup. Moffitt and Kirk fighting underneath to keep it alive, and they do. Goes off of Bradford. Kirk calls for it. Great position, called for it. Good job by Grant getting it to her. And that's an and one for Paris Kirk. She was planted in the lane. Holding off the defender. And when she called for it, Grant got it to her. And that's a three-point play for Paris Kirk, and the Mustangs lead 44-24 at the essentially 6-minute mark of the second quarter. So the Mustangs look very good out here. And I will say this, I'm not usually one to criticize the Putnam Students Academy student body, at least on this broadcast I'm usually not. But there is nobody here watching this game, and that's a shame. I don't know if the boys' soccer team has practice. They don't, because some of them are here. And I know there is a prep boys basketball game. So I'm guessing most of the elite team and varsity team maybe went to that with them. It's just kind of right up the road at Woodstock Academy. But only about 20 kids here for this game. Anna Kitches checked in, so student body's got to do a little better job of getting out here and supporting, because this is a good team. So maybe for the second half they'll come out. But kudos to those who are here. Goryanova left it for Moffitt, but it was tipped away. And Goryanova steps in front of that one. Kirk throws it out to Kitch. There's Kirk with the left hand, no good. And Moffitt went over the back. Goryanova had nowhere to go with it. Nadai has checked in. She's wearing number 33. Mustangs finally clear the defensive glass. This is Mills to Kitch to Goryanova. Yes, sir. Three more for Ines. Moffitt faces up, then spins left hand. Oh, it's a pretty move from Molly Moffitt. Kitch, Wiedemeyer, Sarnadow, Stu, and Grant. That's just the two. Her toe was on the line. But another hoop for Janaea Grant. Illegal screen called on Sarnadow. So the ball goes back to the Sentinels. Maisie Hari dragged her pivot foot there. She's checked in, number 32. Wiedemeyer across the top. Grant, Moffitt, and Hari down on the bottom of this 2-3 zone. And Bradford's made a couple threes here. Giving themselves a little bit of life. 51-35. Down 16. Nice roll. And then a head fake from Moffitt. Can't get the first one to go, and then she gets mugged on the second shot. So screen and roll with Goryanova and Moffitt. Nobody took Moffitt as she rolled. And she faked the help defender up in the air. Two. A minute to go in the half. Goryanova's three just off the front of the rim. Here's Hari. She can shoot it too. A little too strong on that one. 3 or 4 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Maybe even less. So 15 on the shot clock, 15.3 on the game clock. I swear it was like 3 or 4 second difference before. This will be Scott going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Now's the time to bang the drum there. Seconds on the clock. Bradford stepped out of bounds after grabbing the offensive rebound. Clock's got to start. Yeah, we have to redo that. The clock didn't start for about 3 seconds or so. Go back to 8 and redo that, right? Got to get the game clock reset. I think they're going to put 4.1 or 4.9. There you go. They ran it down. This is the B team over there on the scorers table featuring Sarah Healy. So 4.8. Moffitt gets the foul called on that inbounds play that went from Kitch right to Moffitt down in the block short corner area. And Molly went right to work. Now she goes to the free throw line. 2 for Molly Moffitt. And that 3 at the buzzer is no good for Bradford. And we go to the half with the Mustangs out in front. A good half. Great first quarter. A little bit quieter in the second quarter. But nevertheless, the Mustangs lead 55-36 at the break. And Escorianova has 19 to lead the way for PSA. Janaea Grant has. So we are back for the start of the second half as Alana Chitrin comes over to say hello. The Mustangs lead by 19, 55-36 at the break. Mills a little short on that one. Mills, Perry, Sarnadow, Moffitt, and Goryanova on the floor to start the second half for PSA. Goryanova had 19 in the first half, 14 of those in the first quarter. Shot clock is at 6-5, and Moffitt gets a cheapie. Just got word that the PSA boys prep team, which was in action against a pretty good Lincoln prep team over at the Power 5 tip-off event at Woodstock Academy. Sarnadow had it knocked away, but the Mustangs, the prep team, improved to 5-0. Moffitt drive. Ball works its way to Sarnadow. Can't get that one to drop, but there's Moffitt. Dribbles to get herself into space, and she got dragged down. And she will go to the free throw line. So I got a couple people telling me that the Mustangs won the game, but I've got a couple of different scores. One of the scores is 90-50. One of the scores is 85-60. So who knows? But it is a win. So that's a win for those Mustangs. Moffitt gets both free throws. Bradford scores down at the far end. Oh, let me update the quarter. We are in the third. Perry steps in for that one, and right to the rim, Anaya Perry. Defense turns into offense, and the first bucket of the game for number 10. There she is again with a steal. Tiptoes along the sideline, throws it out to Jada Mills, who penetrates. Can't get it to go. Moffitt. Ball gets swung around to Sarnadow. Moffitt, good hustle, trying to save that one from going out. Bradford will reset. Mustangs up 21. And the Sentinels will take a timeout. 32nd. a travel. Now here comes the boys' soccer team. So it looks like a bus is back from Woodstock Academy in the prep game. Mills defending on the sideline. That's a travel. The pass wasn't initially intended for number 11. And she kind of caught it off balance and tried to reset. Here's Grant for three. No, Moffitt was held trying to go for that rebound. Good defense there by the Mustangs, capped off by Molly Moffitt. And here she goes. Gets deep into the lane, throws it out to Anaya Perry, and Perry for three. And so earlier in the game, I got all over the PSA student body for not being out here at this game. And they were apparently at the boys prep game, and now they're here and in full voice. Perry, that's just a two, had a toe on the line. Excuse me, that was Grant. Nia Perry playing some inspired defense here in this third quarter. Causing mayhem in the backcourt on that possession, and Bradford forced to take a timeout. Another clock situation. So we've got the shot clock figured out. Once again, Sarah Healy. She's a math person, but she can't figure out those numbers. Here's a three from Bradford, no good. Ball ping-pongs around. Big scrum for it, goes out of bounds off of Bradford. And to Putnam Science Academy. that's Moffitt. Caught it in the high post, took a dribble, the defense ran away. So she took the little mid-range jumper and nailed it. The lead is 26. There's Perry again. That's 4 steals. Good look to Goryanova. Goryanova probably should have shot that one. Trying to be unselfish and gave it back. Kirk and Wiedemeyer in for Mills and Molly Moffitt. Mustangs go with a little full court press. Grant Perry got her hands on that one. I hope I haven't been confusing those two the whole game. That foul was on Wiedemeyer. Fury goes back to the line for Bradford. She makes both. Ball moving around. It gets to the hands of Janaea Grant. She can't make it. Paris Kirk started to rip away the rebound, but her hand slipped off the ball. Bradford turns it into points at the other end. At the other points at the other end. Perry's jumper, no good. Perry slows it up. Kirk flashes, ball goes inside, outside, and over to the corner. Good catch by Kirk. Throws it up top to Perry. She drives, kicks, ball moves around again. Good ball movement here from the Mustangs, and it's going to end up with Goryanova going to the line for 3. She was fouled. That ball was moving around. Inside, outside, opposite. Around the perimeter. High, low. And Goryanova, the recipient, she's going to take 3 free throws. Mustangs lead by 24. Goryanova, we said it at the top of the broadcast here, she's young, but she is so skilled and so talented. Nice little up and under move by Fury. Goryanava's a dynamic offensive player. She lost the handle on that one. She can do a lot of things down at this end of the floor, including that. Doesn't get it to go. Wiedemeyer pulls up. Genevieve Wiedemeyer. This is Paris Kirk for 3, short. But Bradford gets one of its own. This is a Stu high post. Nice job looking opposite. Wiedemeyer's 3 is off the mark, but Goryanova has it. Here's Kitch. Nice pass from Goryanova to Kirk. Drew the defender. As soon as she took a step, Goryanova dropped it off to Paris, who got shoved in the back, and she will shoot 2. So Paris from Kelowna, British Columbia, out there in Western Canada, gets 1 of 2. Wiedemeyer quickly attacks along the baseline and then fired one to the opposite corner, a little too high for Nadai. Stu's got those long arms, but not long enough. And Bradford making some threes here. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Goryanova can't answer, but Kirk with the rebound, offensive rebound. It'll stay down here. Moffitt, strong take, and 1. Molly Moffitt just checked in. Got a question here from Mateo Galarte. Wants to know if the game just started. That clarified with young Mateo. Got to add that other free throw for Molly. Here she is again. Oh, that one slides off the rim. 10 seconds in the quarter. Whew. Tough finish there. 4-3-2. Goryanova at the buzzer, no. And that is how the third quarter will end, with the Mustangs in front 75-58. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. And the Mustangs up 27. So the first quarter was about Ines Goryanova. She had 14. Second and third quarter have been a little more balanced, scoring offensively as opposed to scoring defensively. And third quarter, one, two, three, 4 players scored. 6 scored in the second quarter. So the Mustangs getting it kind of from all around. Molly Moffitt's playing very well here. Taking her the first 10 minutes or so to get her legs really under her, as this is her first game. But she is showing the potential and the skill set, I really should say, that Devin Hill has talked so glowingly about in this preseason. So Bradford will inbound right next to its own bench. As we start the fourth quarter, Mustangs lead 75-58. Goryanova, Perry, Grant, Sarnadow, and Mills on the floor for PSA. Let's change the quarter on the scoreboard. And the score itself, nice take from Jada Mills. Good read there by Sarnadow. She tried to pick off that cross-court pass, got some fingertips on it. They're going to get Perry for the hold. She thought she had the ball. Nice take from Fatim. Called for the pass from Jada Mills. Give her one more. Mills swung it to the corner. That was an S from the corner. Couldn't go. But ball's poked away. Will stay there. That's a travel. Perry draws the defense. That leaves Mills open for three. She left it short, however. Grant was hiding on defense and just stepped in and picked that one off. Defense didn't see her. The offense didn't see her. There she is again. Forces another near turnover. Fatim's got to grab that one. So Devin Hill just yelled at her from the bench. Mills can't get it to drop, but gets the offensive rebound and put back. So Mills, who missed the three on her previous possession, caught it in the same spot, maybe a little bit lower. Saw a path to the basket, went. It rolled off, but she stayed with it, put it back in. Then she and Goryanova forced the, oh! Goryanova took that one in the shoulder, and it will stay with PSA. There's Fatim Sarnadow. She's playing well. She got those long arms and long legs. She covers so much ground. Mills for three again. No. Perry fighting. Good work from Anaya Perry. Up 21 in the fourth quarter. Still battling for those loose balls. free throw line. That's a nice set by the Mustangs. They just couldn't convert it. As they move that ball well again. Got a good shot. Bradford's getting a lot of open threes. 5.5 to go. PSA leads 87-69. Say thank you once again to all of you who have joined us this afternoon for the broadcast, or this evening, depending on where you are, of course. We hope you are enjoying what you're seeing. And if you're a fan of the PSA Mustangs, you definitely should be. Mustangs are getting really solid play from a lot of different players. Goryanova got this team back on track in the first quarter. We're down 8-0 early, first couple of minutes, and then rolled off the next 15 points. Goryanova keyed that one. Moffitt and Sarnadow, who neither one were here at the first game. This is Moffitt. Neither one were available in the first game for PSA. Have shown some really good things. Janaea Grant's playing well at both ends of the floor. Anaya Perry was quiet in the first half, but really came out and set the tempo to keep things going, especially on the defensive end in the third quarter. Jada Mills, nice move, good take and finish. Jada Mills, that was tough. Grant out to Moffitt for three, back rim, she gets her miss. Ball moves back around to Jada Mills, no good, there's Moffitt. That one goes off the rim and Molly is not happy with herself. Mustangs lead down to 16. That's Grant. Janaea Grant. Well, that's going to be an N1. Mustangs got to finish this one strong here. They were up with if I did my math right. They were up 27. Maybe it was 17. Maybe I didn't do my math right. They are up 16 with 3:20 to go. There's Sarna down, misses the reverse. Thought Devin Hill might call a timeout here to settle things down. It's 14 with 3 minutes to go. There it is, there's the timeout. Moffitt and Goryanova will check back in. Devin Hill, who's got a real calm demeanor about him, gets his point across, though, to the Mustangs. Shot clock's at 7, 6, 5. Here's Goryanova, a little floater. No, that's going to be a 24-second, 30-second violation. 2.5 to go. Mustangs got to clamp down here. There's a turnover. This is Mills. Ball gets to Molly Moffitt at the top of the key. That's a big three for the Mustangs. There's a stop and a three. That's a long two. Moffitt with that rebound. Here's Goryanova. That one's no good. There's Moffitt again. Minute 15 to go. There's Moffitt from the free throw line. No. Perry grabs the defensive rebound. Ahead to Grant. Mustangs going to want to slow this down here. There's Grant for three, and that should put the nail in the proverbial coffin. We're at 40 seconds here. Shot clock and game clock are essentially the same. The Mustangs will just put that one up. And now they will dribble out the clock on a 97 to 79 victory. 2-0